Our top story tonight, new details about firefighters' response to an apartment fire in Minneapolis late Tuesday night and why 2 victims weren't found until Thursday. The fire chief today explaining it simply was not safe for search and rescue crews to make it through the entire building before the burning roof began to give way. Fox 9's Rob Olson joins us live with the very latest from the fire department. Rob?
Yeah, today cadaver dogs were brought in for another search through the debris to make sure there weren't more victims disguised in the rubble in here, and there were not. But it is that debris, as you mentioned, that made it difficult to find the victims that were found yesterday after the fire on Tuesday night. And it was that debris, the threat of it, as you mentioned, too, that is why firefighters couldn't complete that search on Tuesday.
It's one of our most challenging fires that we have. A building of that size, that's not sprinklered, of that age and build.
The view from the air of this 108-year-old apartment building tells you a lot about the tough decision Minneapolis firefighters had to make. It was under the collapsed roof of the top floor where 2 victims were found Thursday, nearly 2 days after the fire.
It was a large volume of fire, so we were already behind the 8 ball when we got there. There was just no way for us to get enough water on that fire.
But on Tuesday night, as crews outside were pumping water and rescuing residents from windows, a crew was inside searching for people, but they had to get out before they could get to that top floor.
In this case, because of the imminent roof collapse, we had to pull everybody out, so we weren't able to complete that.
It was the building manager who told Minneapolis Fire that 1 resident was still unaccounted for. On Thursday, in a difficult search through that roof debris, they actually found 2 people, an adult male and an adult female, in the same apartment. Their identities have not yet been released. The initial dispatch Tuesday night was that someone was seen starting the fire in the back stairwell. That's still being investigated. But that location, the chief says, is why it grew so fast.
In this case, when the fire is going up the stairs, it's almost like a chimney effect, and so it's able to go very quickly.
Cadaver dogs confirm now there are no more victims in the debris. The chief says the choice to evacuate firefighters before the search was done was a tough one, but the right one.
It's an incredible, difficult decision to make. But if he had not, we would likely be here talking about deceased firefighters in addition to the tragic loss of these 2 victims.
Again, the cause here still being investigated. The reports that this was potentially arson, which now is even more serious with the discovery of 2 fatalities in this debris. But again, it does appear that it did start in that back stairwell where callers reported seeing somebody starting a fire. And as the chief mentioned, that just brought it up throughout the floors of this old building very quickly. Live in Minneapolis, Rob Olson, Fox 9.